Hi everyone, it's Kevin and today we're gonna print the Cyberpunk soldier. I'm on my mini factory. This one is from 3Device. It's pretty interesting, pretty classic, but kind of cool, so let's go. Okay, so here as you saw the model came pre-supported, but I think it was 28mm the scale of the model, so I went ahead, I upscaled mine a little bit. I choose one of the base which was in the pack as well, and I'm gonna re-support the thing obviously. The 28mm was looking with a lot of support, so when I upscaled mine I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my best because there is a lot of detail probably. And it's not super crazy hard, but you just have to do your best and make sure you support the right places. So here that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use a lot of tiny support as well, really thin. Nothing complicated, but just a lot of support as you can see. So here I have it, the soldier is print, everything was fine. I have the base as well. There was just a tiny bit of cleanup, but most of the support were really thin, so it was really easy. I went ahead, I've primed, and I'm ready for the painting, so let's go. I don't have a scheme yet, but I'm gonna try to have some fun with it. Okay, so here I start with the armor, so I have some knee pads, the shoes, the top armor. I'm going with a gray off-white. I want to try to paint a lighter color. I know it's not really easy, so I have to learn some stuff, so I'm going for it. I'm using some darker gray for the shadow for right now, and a bit more like a bonish color for the highlight. So I'm just gonna glaze some of my shadow and some highlight. What I went for as well is like, for the highlight I went a bit more yellowish on the bone color, and for the shadow I try to be a bit more brownish. If you only go, I know if you just go pure black or white, it's gonna look weird and a bit dirty. Even right now it's looking a bit dirty already. It's really hard to have a clean look. There is probably some good tutorial that I should find online to try to help me with it, but I like to try to find it by myself, so I just tried. Here on the pants I'm going with a dark gray, and right now I'm redefining some of the panel line on the armor. I'm just doing the line between the panel to have some contrast. And right here I'm using some really light blue to do some edge highlighting and some top highlights. I don't want to use pure white like I said, so I was like, let's just find some blue. Try to mix it a little bit. Same on the pants. If you want to highlight really dark gray or black, it's a bit weird, so instead of white I use some purple, and I went brighter and brighter. And the effect is fine. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. Here I'm doing all the laser straps and small pockets and everything. I went brighter on top. I've just glazed a lot, did some edge highlight as well. I'm using a dark blue here, and I think I've put a tiny bit of metal paint inside, but mostly dark and a bit of blue. And then I'm edge highlighting on top, and I'm going slowly from like a brighter color to the bluish that I had on the armor, so it's a bit of the same reflection, the blue reflection which is on the armor and the gun. And here I'm trying to fill in the inside of the fence here. It's not a fence, it's more like a shaft, a ventilation shaft or something. I'm using the white to apply the really bright green that I have. It's like a bright, it's like Fluo, Vallejo or something, so it's really bright, but the cover is really poor, so you want a base coat to be really bright before. That's what I used the white on the base. And here I'm redefining some highlights and some shadows on this kind of light coming from the bottom. I'm cleaning up the top now with some black. So the effect is going to be green coming from the bottom. I'm using the same color here. Like I said, the cover is really poor. But it's not bad because you can glaze on over and over to bring some OSL. So I used this one pure and just a tiny bit diluted, and I just went over and over. Here I've mixed with a little bit of white to add some really bright highlight. And I just tried to give the OSL effect, not super crazy, but just for fun. And here I'm doing some touch up at the end. Okay, I'm finally done with the Cyber Soldier. This one was a bit weird. I went into the painting process with some idea, like for example trying lighter color for the armor, like white off white, and having some light effect coming from the bottom. So that's what I went for. I was a bit confused because I had no idea how to do both of them, kind of. I've done some OSL before, but this one with the base I was not exactly sure how the light was coming from the bottom. And for the armor, the light, I think when you're going really light on your color palette, you have to be careful to not use too much black and darker color because it's looking more dirty than a shadow. At least that's the way I've done it here. So that's still cool to try some stuff, try to learn for the next time. If you enjoyed the video, tell me what you think and leave a like. I'm painting a model every week, sometimes I'm doing diorama, other stuff, so subscribe for more and see you next time.